Hey guys, Coolio. I got a bit of a long battle, but I just had to post this. It's a great match against Coganaut, and he is using it's not like necessarily a rain dance team. I guess it's a drizzle team. He uses drizzle polytoad, as you can see here, and I start with my good old fashioned tricks bunny. He's a little different than he used to be. As you can see, he has fake out. He used to have Dizzy Punch, but I like Fake Out more just for the automatic, going first, flinching is nice. So when he goes into this frog thing, I I go for the switcheroo to get the flame orb on him, and that's awesome because now he is burned and his attack is cut in half. And I knew this thing was gonna have Sucker Punch, so I didn't want it killing me. And I actually couldn't really do anything more to it, so I just switched into my bananas. And this Tropius is a beast. Like, Tropius is one of my favorite Pokemon, and they finally made Tropius like somewhat decent. They gave it Harvest, its new ability, Dreamworld ability. That Tropius is one of the only Pokemon that gets, I think, along with I think Executor, and it allows him to reuse berries. So as you can see, this is a very bulky set. I mean, I take that Thunder like a champ, and the Jolteon didn't take any Life Orb damage or anything, so I'm thinking he's spexed, maybe not. I'm not exactly sure. But after I get the Leech Seed on him, I'm able to get the sub up, and as you can see, I'm after a Thunder and a substitute. I'm back over half my health because I got two citrus berries in one turn, which is absolutely ridiculous. And citrus berry, I mean, you probably know. Once you get below half health, it restores a quarter of your HP. So that's awesome. So he goes into this Gyarados and he starts setting up on my substitute. Unfortunately, I don't get Parahacks, and I go for the Leech Seed, get some solid damage on him, slowly start whittling him down. And there you can see I got another Citrus Berry. I didn't use it, obviously, because I'm over half health. But so he breaks my sub, and I go for the Air Slash, and it does surprisingly decent damage. Like the only reason it's on here is to break like fragile subs and like hit grass types that the Leech Seed doesn't affect. So I could have gone for a Protect there just for a little more leftovers recovery, but I didn't want to risk the para hacks and stuff. So I just switch into this thing to take the Ice Fang, which he misses on, which is funny. It really didn't matter at all. Like, Ice Fang would have done next to nothing to him. So anyway, he switches into this thing to take the Scald, which was a nice prediction, and I just stay in, just to see what he's gonna do. And he goes for the X Scissor, and that's funny because it's super effective, and it does like absolutely nothing to my Slowpoke, which is actually a beast. It has a Eviolite on it, and it's really bulky, and it's amazing. Like, I love it so much. And it has the ability Regenerator, so every time I switch it out, it gains back a third of its HP, which is really, really nice. So, yeah, when he goes for the Sucker Punch, or I don't even remember what he goes for. I switch into this thing, and I go for the Rock Slide, thinking he'd switch into Gyarados, but he didn't do that. He switched into this, but I missed anyway. And so I go back into Slowpoke to take whatever he has, and I try to burn him here, but it doesn't really work out. And he's like recovering a bunch of HP now between Rain Dish and Leftovers and Aqua Ring, and it's really annoying. Like, Blastoise looks really scary in this generation. Like, he like opens his mouth and gets really scary looking. So I use Yawn to and like he's gonna fall asleep this next turn, and I know that he's gonna do something. He goes for the Hydro Pump, and like that miss was really important because like he would have just killed this thing if I hadn't. So yeah. So on the switch, I just go for a Head Smash for lots of damage. And that's really cool because he sent in his Jolteon and I smashed him in the face, so that took him out. And I was thinking he would go for the Drain Punch here, which he did, so that was a nice prediction on my part. So I went into the Gengar, and I know he has Sucker Punch, as you can see, so subbed up, and this is, classic substitute Gengar. It's one of the guys that I really like to rely on as he's a very reliable special sweeper. So on the substitute, I'm able to sub up, and then obviously the sub takes the next sucker punch he throws at me, and I can go for the stab, SB, Shadow Ball, and like I was thinking here, I was gonna try and like stall him out since he was burned with the substitute, but then I noticed that like dry skin recovers an eighth of your HP, not a 16th like lefties. So yeah, that kind of sucks for me because I can't stall him out. So I'm just, and as you can see there, I went for another substitute just in case he did something else. But yeah, so stalling him out. Okay, yeah, so that wouldn't work. So I just go for the Shadow Ball again. Take him down. So that's nice. Take out Job for a Frog, which was really kind of useless anyway since it was already burned. But it's nice that I got rid of it. Get some lefties recovery. So he brings in Glenn the Polytoad, and I'm scoping him out just to see what he does, and he goes for the Psychic, so that's obviously going to take out my sub. Super with the super effective damage. So I get more lefties, and then I'm going to switch out and go into my Bananas to take the Psychic. And, like, yeah, he takes it like a champ, because Tropius is a champ, and especially after the special defense drop, I know I can't take an Ice Beam, so I switch into Heataruma, or Darmanitan, and that's awesome because it does no damage. But then I get Frozen, and that was, like, super gay. And, like, he goes for the Ice Beam again, I guess just predicting the switch. I mean, I thought he was just going to, like, be nice and not do heavy damage with Surf until I thought out, but then he went for the Surf again, and that kind of sucks. So he took me out. So I just go back into Tricks, get the Fake Out on him, get some damage, in case he has, like, a Sash. And then I Encore him on the Surf, so that takes me out, but at the same time, it gives me a chance to go into something else and set up. So, bye-bye, Tricks. You go down. That's sad. So, I know, like, Surf is literally going to be doing, like, nothing to this guy even after the Rain Dance. So, like, he switches out, which is a smart play, and I go for the sub. And that's awesome because then I get my health back with Citrus Berry. Because, oh my gosh, this set is just so ridiculous. Like, I love Tropius. Big dinosaur, big leafy dinosaur. So as he goes for the Ice Beam, or Ice Fang, I go for the Leech Seed, and that's awesome because I hit this time. And now I am stealing an eighth of his HP, and he, after lefties, is losing a 16th of his HP every turn. So that is just sweet. So I could have gone for the Protect here just for a little more lefties, but once again, I didn't want to risk the Parahacks on the Ice Fang, and that would have sucked. So I just go into my Slowpoke, take the damage, and I think I do a double switch here, predicting the switch into... Oh yeah, because I had already, like, statused his Bro Turtle or something. His, like, scary... Blastoise, so I predicted the switch into that, so I went into Aggron, but like he switched into this thing, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I will set up on it because I know he's gonna go for like Spikes or like Stealth Rock or something. So I become nimble, and Autonomize is kind of nice just because like in addition to doubling my speed, it also reduces my weight, so like like Grass Knot doesn't do as much. And, like, here, like, okay, I hit him with, like, Fire Punch, and I was like, wait, what the hell? Why is that doing, like, barely over half of his HP? And, like, and then I was like, oh, no, it's in the rain. Like, I can't kill this thing because my Fire Punch is, like, ah. So I have to switch out because Fire Punch isn't going to take this thing out in, like, 2 turns. So switch out back into Bananas because I know he can't do diddly squat. To Bananas, and he goes for the Protect, for lefties recovery and leech seed recovery, and that's gay. But like, so he goes for the Thunderbolt, and like that's neutral damage, and it does like next to nothing to this guy. So that's like really sweet, cause he's like not even gonna be taking out my sub, and that's awesome. So like I only have to substitute every other turn, and then like Harvest is gonna be bringing me back up to HP, and I can go for the air slash, and like he's recovering HP, but he's not recovering as much as I'm doing to him. So it's a downward battle for him. So he switches out to Bro Turtle, but like at the same time I switched out, and I went into Slowpoke. Like I was gonna try to burn him with Scald, but like he switches into Bro Turtle, so I'm like, okay, well I'll just switch into Gengar. And so that's exactly what I do. And like he's asleep, so I'm like, substitute, duh. So I set up a sub, and that's awesome. And Boom is booming, and he's like wiggling around, getting HP back, and that is awesome. So like I can go for the T-Bolt, and I was praying that it would do like a solid amount over 50%, which it does, because like after Rain Dish and Lefties, like I know he's going to be getting a lot of HP back. But the turn I T-Ball him, he wakes up, and that sucks because I'm not going to be able to like sweep his team behind a sub with this guy. So that's unfortunate. So he gets HP back, but like I can still kill him. So he switches out and he goes to his Ferrothorn and to take the not very effective T-Bolt. And that was a good move on his part, especially because it paralyzed him. And I think that paralysis actually hurt me more than it hurt him. But you'll find out why like later in the match. So I go for the Focus Blast and it misses, and that sucks. But then he gets paralyzed, so that's awesome. So yeah, like if I hadn't paralyzed him earlier, but then I had like Focus Blast him into the face, like that would have been like the best situation. But anyway, so he switches into this guy to take the Focus Blast, and I miss again, and that kind of sucks. So I'm thinking he's going to go for the double switch here, like, because he knows I have T-Bolt, so I'm thinking, like, why would he switch in when he knows I can obliterate him with T-Bolt? So I just set up a sub, but he's staying in, so I'm like, okay, Brosif, I am going to kill Valor or whatever. I'm like, I really hate Gyarados. Actually, I don't hate it. Like, I use it sometimes. But, like, I really need to get something with like Stealth Rocks on this team, so like people who switch in and out take damage. Like, okay, but anyway, so like I kill him with the T-Bolt, and that's nice because it's basically a free turn of lefties. And then he goes into Politoed, and I'm like, oh come on, I need to kill him with this T-Bolt, please, please, please. Oh no, and now I know he's gonna kill me with Psychic, and that really sucks. And like, I don't know why I did this. Like, I switched him to Bananas, and it was really dumb. Because I know he has Ice Beam. And I could have just switched into Darmanitan and gone for the U-turn, and that would have killed him, and then I could have, like, come into this thing or, like, whatever. So, okay, that was, like, a really big misplay on my part. Actually, no, wait, what am I talking about? Darmanitan already died. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I, like, didn't really have anything to take it. So I let him die, and then he misses with Focus Blast, and like that was like kind of a misplay on his part, because like if he had just gone for the Surf, he would have killed me, but he doesn't. So I get the EQ on him, and then I can go for the Head Smash on his Bro Turtle, and that's gnarly, dude, because like now all he has left is Ferrothorn. So he's getting lefties recovery, and like every single lefties recovery matters in this match, and you'll find out why in a second. So he gets paralyzed, which is nice, and I get the Fire Punch on him because he went for the Protect there. Otherwise, I would have been faster. So like I get solid damage with Fire Punch, and then he gets lefties, and then he goes for Protect again, and I'm like, oh come on! If you do not do that, I kill you with Fire Punch. Come on! But like between his Iron Barbs and me hurting myself with Life Orb, like next turn when he fails, as you can see, like I'm gonna kill myself. But I get the damage on him, and I'm so close to killing him, and I'm like, come on, come on, come on. All I have left is Slowpoke. Come on, Slowpoke, you can do it. So I bring in Slowpoke, and we're down to our last two pokes. And like the thing is, like the reason being him getting paralyzed was really gay was because like it actually hurt me more because now I can't burn him with Scald, and if I had burned him with Scald, I would have been doing more to him than he could recover with lefties every turn, and he would have lost. But like either way, I guess paralysis kind of helps me because like he gets paralyzed so many times in a row here, and I get a crit here, and I talked to him, and he said I got him down to 1 HP, and that is like so ridiculous. Like this is probably the closest match I think I've ever had. So he takes me out. Like great game, Coganaut. It was like one of the funnest matches I've had in a while. I'm gonna post a link to his YouTube channel in the description. So yeah, definitely check that out, guys. Thanks, guys.